Hey guys, it's Marshall Mathers the Fourth here, back to you today with another video. And today I will be talking about the fact that all the people who constantly tell me to get a job is the most annoying, blue-pilled advice that anyone could ever possibly give me or any other black-pilled incel YouTuber. I mean, that shit is irritating. It gets old really fast. And believe it or not, but I actually want to get a job. But guess what? I don't have one yet. That doesn't mean I don't want one though, because I'll just say right now that this YouTube channel thing is not cutting it. I'm not making jack shit off of my YouTube channel. I'm not. And it would not take a genius to figure that out. And what's unfortunate is the fact that I honestly feel like I'm not making as much money off of my YouTube channel as I feel that I deserve. I wish that YouTube were really fair and just when it came to how much they paid any YouTube creators, whether that be me or anybody else. Just think about how awesome it would be if, every single view you got off of any of your videos, one view was equal to $1, 2 views was equal to $2, and so on and so forth. And my videos easily get 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 views pretty much per each video of mine. I mean, some of my videos even make up to 1,000 views, 2,000, 3,000. It varies per each video of mine, and the more controversial or shocking a YouTube video is of mine, the more views I make. And I just think it would be really cool if, each and every single view that I made off of my YouTube videos, and this goes for any other YouTube creator, not just me, but also literally every other single YouTube creator out there on this bullshit-ass fucking platform. If every single view that I or any other YouTube creator made was equal to $1, 2 views equal to $2, 3 views equal to $3, 4 views equal to $4, and so on and so forth. So if you had a YouTube video and you had 10 views equal to $10, and so on and so forth, you obviously get what I mean now. And so if you made 50 views, that'd be $50 right then and there. 100 views, $100 easily, just like that. 200 views, $200. And so on and so forth. To me, at least, in my personal opinion and point of view, that would be a dream come true. And you know what? I can only wish that YouTube as a platform would have been exactly like that. But sadly, it's not. And it really never has been. And you know what's shocking about it, too, is the fact that, even YouTubers who have 1 million subscribers complain and bitch and whine and moan about not earning or making that much money off of their YouTube channels. YouTube creators with 1 million subscribers, think about that. And that's way more than me. And that's probably way more than I'll ever have myself. I mean, I'm barely at even 4,000 subscribers after 5 whole fucking years of sticking with this YouTube shit. I only have 4,000 subscribers. I mean, I guess it's okay and decent for a very small, tiny, minuscule, micro, underrated YouTube channel, but I feel like I deserve far more subscribers than that. Way more. But even if I had 1 million subscribers, that still wouldn't cut it. Because even YouTubers who have 1 million subscribers literally complain and whine and bitch and moan about not making or earning or having that much money coming from their YouTube channel, even with having that many subscribers, which is the crazy thing to even think about. I mean, you know what's even kind of funny and laughable is the fact that you'll probably make way more money even like working at fucking McDonald's than compared to a YouTuber who has 1 million fucking subscribers. I mean, I've literally heard that shit before said by a lot of pretty big famous YouTubers who even have that many. Or maybe even more, like 2 million, 3 million, I don't know. But I've literally heard so many famous YouTubers say that if you're even working at McDonald's, you're probably making way more money than any of us. Even the YouTubers that have 1 million subs or even more. And that's just so fucked up. Because it used to be, a long time ago, that if you had 1 million subs on YouTube, you were rolling in the dough. You were making money hand over fist. You were making tons and tons of money if you had 1 million subscribers or more. Hell, even back then, in like, I don't know, the early 2010s and especially 2000s, which is considered the golden era or golden age of YouTube. And I mean, YouTube started way back in 2005, which is a long fucking time ago. And Google purchased it the very next year in 2006 from, I think, these two guys who launched it in 2005, who honestly should have kept it and never sold out to Google. That was a grave mistake on their part, and I'm sure they regret doing it too. But back in the 2000s, I mean, even if you had, like, I don't know, 1,000 subs, you were already pretty well known. I've heard some people say that in the 2000s, even if you had like 50 subscribers, you were already considered kind of somewhat sort of big on YouTube because YouTube's traffic wasn't that like colossal in the 2000s. It wasn't that big yet. Like from 2005 to 2009, YouTube was just first starting and just first kicking off. I would say YouTube really didn't start to become really popular until like the 2010s, like 2010 and onward, or 2012 or 2013 or something. But like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like the last year that YouTube really had a good run was in like 2011. That long ago. But like 2012 or especially 2013 onward, YouTube has just been dog shit. It has not been the same since like 2011. Well, 2005 to 2011, that is. And, you know, it's just unfortunate. It's heartbreaking. And eventually and ultimately, my goal or my mission is to eventually and ultimately make a living off of my YouTube channel. That's what I want to be able to do sooner or later. And you better believe that, because I'm dead serious when I say that I want to turn my YouTube channel into my full-time job. Because this is what I want to do. This is what I'm motivated and driven like hell to do. I mean, after all, I make a fucking YouTube video every single day that I possibly can. Monday through Saturday, pretty much. Except Sunday, I don't usually make a video. But Sunday is like the only day of the week that I don't make a YouTube video. Every other day of the week, Monday through Saturday, I make at least one video. Or at least try to anyways. And that just proves and goes to show how serious I am about my YouTube channel. And how much I am trying like hell to turn my YouTube channel into my full-time job and to make a living off of my YouTube channel. But what sucks massive balls is the fact that I'm not even earning minimum wage off of my YouTube channel. Not even that. And I cannot believe that I'm not even earning at least and at the very minimum wage off of my YouTube channel. Or at least whatever's considered the wage nowadays. And that's why I would be far better working a real job. Unfortunately. As much as I hate to admit it, because I don't want to work a job. Deep down inside, I don't want to. But I know I have to. I know I have to settle for that stupid shit, no matter what. even if I want to or not. I have to. I have to make that sacrifice. And it pisses me off. Because I wish I could make a living off of my YouTube channel. I really do. But I'm not. I'm barely making any money off of my YouTube channel. Like, every single video I make is maybe equal to like $1. One pathetic, pitiful dollar. And, you know, a lot of my videos are very controversial, as you all know very well, including myself. And because a lot of my videos are very controversial, a lot of my videos are not even really, like, appropriate for ads to even be on, or at least they only have, like, limited amount of ads, because some of my video titles, or just how much profanity and cuss words and just other just really shocking, inappropriate, or whatever stuff I talk about in my videos, even if it's not cussing or profanity, it's still too controversial for a little sensitive, delicate, fragile little flower of a platform like YouTube. And every single video I also make, I always select the options that no, this video is not made for kids, and don't restrict my videos to people over 18 years old. Because I know my YouTube videos are not for everyone. And so I take my YouTube channel very seriously. Whether you want to believe me about that or not. But yeah, I mean, I'm fed up with people constantly, nonstop telling me to get a job, because, like I said before and at the very beginning of this video, that is the most annoying, blue-pilled advice that any of you could ever give me, or any other black-pilled incel YouTuber. And guess what? I also find it hilarious that a lot of you tell me to get a job as if that's gonna make my life just sunshine and rainbows all of a sudden. Because it's not. Sure, I'll definitely be more happy if I have a job, and that much is definitely true. And I know that because when I used to have a job and when I used to be working and making money, I actually was a lot more happier than I was making YouTube videos or complaining and whining and bitching on YouTube all the time. But even when I did have a job, I still made YouTube videos as often as I could. And not to mention the fact that I also still complained, whined, and bitched on my YouTube community posts, even back when I was working either at Popeyes for a couple months, or after that, plastic making factory or blending factory called West Michigan Compounding that fired me, that I was working through a temporary hiring agency called Manpower. I don't know if any of you ever heard of Manpower or have Manpower in your states, but I had gotten a job at West Michigan Compounding through Manpower, which is a temporary hiring agency. And, you know, even when I was doing that, I was far happier than when I was making YouTube videos or complaining, whining, and bitching on my community posts, even though I really don't think there's anything wrong with either of those things ultimately in the long run, because I'm not committing any crime or doing anything illegal here, and I'm not being physically violent towards anyone. Verbally violent, yeah, sure, maybe, but physically violent, no. And am I honestly committing any crimes or doing anything actually illegal by venting my frustrations about my life situation or ranting on my YouTube channel like I pretty much do every single day? No, I am not. But so many of you act like I'm breaking, like, the rules of YouTube or the rules of society, or I'm committing crimes or doing illegal shit by venting my frustrations. That it's my YouTube channel. It's my rules. So nobody can tell me otherwise. But you know what? I was fired from West Michigan Compounding. I was let go, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to put it. And I quit working at Popeyes because not only did I not like working first shift when I used to be working at Popeyes, which I started working in like December of last year in 2021, and then worked there from like December 1 to like, I don't know, sometime early in February of 2022 of this year. And then I gave my like 2 weeks notice and said that I wanted to quit and was trying to look for other work, different work, a better paying job if anything. And that was true because that's exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to look for a different job because what I want to do personally, as far as working a job goes, I want to, first of all, work a second shift job for one, because I do not wake up early, and I never, like, I'll wake up early for, like, doctor's appointments or shit like that, but other than that, no. Waking up early is not my fucking thing, and it never has been, and it never will be. My entire life, I've always stayed up late, and I've always been used to sleeping in. And sleeping in as in sleeping until like 10 a.m. at the latest. You know, that's not really that late. Like, when I think of sleeping in, I think of people who sleep in until like fucking noon or some shit. But like, when it comes to me, I sleep until like 10 a.m. at the latest. But I usually get up around like 9 a.m., 9:30, 9:45, shit like that. Like almost 10 a.m. Which is not really that late. And that's why a second shift job just would be the best for me. Personally, at least, for me, it would just be the greatest. So first of all, I want to work a second shift job because that's just the most convenient for me all around. And also, I want to be able to work a factory job, but also one that, you know, doesn't really require or expect any experience or, like, expect you to have a high school fucking diploma or GED. And I also want to get paid weekly, which would also be way more convenient for me than getting paid every other week. And you know what? I wouldn't mind getting paid every other week if I were earning a lot of money every other week, like $1,000 every other week, or $2,000 every other week, or even more than that. But earning only, like, I don't know, $300 every other week, $500 every other week, maybe a little bit more, is not cutting it. That is just such a pathetic, pitiful, worthless amount of money. And that is not enough for me to sustain me and my living expenses. Even with living with my parents, it's not enough. And especially knowing and considering the fact that, you know, if I do get another job soon here, and by the way, I also applied for some other second shift jobs that hopefully I'll at least land or end up getting one of them, hopefully. And, you know, the thing is, you know, I'm obviously going to be paying for gas, and gas is expensive as fuck. And there's no denying that, unless you're living under a rock, or just kidding yourself. But also, you know, imagine if I had to pay for car insurance. And, you know, eventually I want to get a used car, which would be another really convenient thing for me and something that I actually need. It's a necessity. It's an important thing to have a car of my own, because our cars are pieces of shit and old and really used and just worn out. But guess what? If I'm gonna get a used car, I want it to be a barely used car. I don't want it to have that many fucking miles on it, okay? If any of you can understand that. And if that makes any sense to any of you at all. I do want to buy a used car. I don't want a brand new car. Fuck that shit. That's too expensive anyways. I would never be able to afford a brand new car. Unless I was like a fucking famous actor or some shit. But just me working a minimum wage job or a factory job or whatever, no. Never gonna afford a new car. Not even close. Never gonna fucking happen. And it pisses me off that I'll never be able to. And it pisses me off how expensive cars are. And they just keep getting more expensive as time goes on. But you know what? I wouldn't mind buying a used car. I really wouldn't. As long as it would be a used car that was kept in really, perfect, pristine condition, and it was barely used and didn't have that many fucking miles on it. I don't want a fucking car that has fucking 100,000 miles, 200,000 miles, 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles. Fuck that. Okay? I want a car that has, 30,000 miles, 50,000 miles, pretty much anything under 100,000. And I don't want a used car where the brakes are worn out, or the gas pedal is worn out, or whatever. And the problem with a lot of people is even when they do buy a new car, and when they're able to, they really use it up like a motherfucker, and they really wear it down and wear it out. In case none of you idiots know that already. People really wear out their cars pretty much all the time, even when they buy a brand new one. There's actually not that many people who actually take good care of their cars and try their best to keep it in perfect, pristine condition. So when it comes to them on the day that they want to sell it, it almost looks brand new. And I'm pissed off also, as you can all clearly tell, because of the fact that, when it comes to having a used car, I'm kind of at a crossroads here, because it's when it comes to the kind of used car that I would want, that I just literally described, that doesn't have that many miles on it, that's not that used, and not that worn out, it's how much would a used car like that even cost? Seriously, how much? Would it cost $10,000? $15,000? $20,000? $25,000? How much would a car like that, honest to God, cost? Probably a lot. And probably more than I could ever afford or even save up for. And you know what? I can't save up for a used car. Why? Oh, I wonder why. Maybe because when I do have a job, or if I do get another job, I have to pay for my own damn groceries. And that's not cheap. Especially knowing and considering the fact that I have a lot of damn food sensitivities and allergies. And also I'm trying as hard as I possibly can to follow a stinking blood type diet, because at least that's the most healthiest thing I can do for myself, because I don't work out or do that much healthy lifestyle living choices or whatever. And when it comes to all these allergy-free types of foods, they're expensive as a motherfucker. And that's not my fault and my problem. That's the food organization's problem. By marking the prices of allergy-free foods up so high. And not to mention the fact that when I do have a job, I like also paying for other things too. Not just things for myself, but sometimes I need to buy dog food, cat litter, deodorant. Yeah, I wear deodorant in case none of you know that already. I'll also buy things I want, such as movies, Blu-ray movies or 4K movies, and those aren't cheap. They're expensive, okay? But I enjoy buying them if I have my own money that I'm earning from the job that I'm working. And I also sometimes like buying books. And there's still more books I want to buy that I don't have the money for right now, unfortunately, because I don't have a job. Also, I could definitely use more clothes. My clothes are really worn out. I could also use some new shoes. I mean, the list goes on. And you can see and tell now why I'm frustrated. Even if I were to have a job, there is no fucking way in hell that I'm saving any damn amount or bit of that money that I would be earning from my job. Not even the slightest bit. That's why I'm pissed. And I just hope that you can all understand that and realize that. You know, I feel like some of you either are just playing with me, being stupid, dumb, retards, or just idiots and morons and fools, because a lot of you act as if I were to have a job that I would somehow miraculously be able to afford a car, or a house, or apartment, or be able to even save any money at all. Like, you're full of shit if you think that. You really are. You are so ridiculous. And I don't know what fucking planet you're living on, because nothing is cheap anymore. Nothing. Nothing at all. Prices of everything in society are raising constantly, nonstop, and there's never any pushback or limit to how expensive something can get. I'm aggravated. And you know what? I'm aggravated because I have no control or power over this. And you know what? I'm not gonna get involved in, like, stock trading or whatever, or try to invest my money, because I have no experience in doing shit like that. So I could never do that anyways, even if I wanted to. I don't know how to do it. I don't have any experience in that line of work, or whatever you would call it, when it comes to people who invest money in the stocks or whatever. And you know what? A lot of people who do that lose money. And they'll lose the money that they even made at work. And then they'll be broke and depressed. Yeah, like, I totally want that to happen to me. Or even risk something like that happening. No. I'll pass. Thank you very much. So, you know, I'm just fed up. I'm annoyed. I'm irritated. I'm aggravated. I'm frustrated as hell. Because, you know what? Obviously, I want a job. But I'm sick and tired of people constantly, nonstop, telling me to get a job every single damn fucking time I make and upload a YouTube video or make some community post. And you know what also annoys the absolute shit out of me? Is when these same idiots who tell me to get a job think that, oh, if I were to get a job that I would somehow get a girlfriend. Oh, maybe even a wife. Oh, you're so funny. You're all so very funny, aren't you? You're just so cute and funny. No. You're a bunch of idiots, retards, morons, fools, and stupid fucks. Because, you know what? I had a job at Popeyes. Did it help me get a girlfriend? No. Did it help me get close to getting a girlfriend? No, it didn't. Getting a job isn't gonna somehow make my life just all better and just make everything so fine and dandy and sunshine and rainbows and just so marvelous and magnificent. Like, these are, like, ideologies, beliefs, or opinions of a bunch of blue-pilled cucks here who literally think that getting a job is just the answer to any black-pilled incel's problems. Yeah, like, you're such a great big help, aren't you? No, you're not. You're dumb as a pile of rocks, if anything. Getting a job is no help at all, really. Ultimately, and in the long run, having a job doesn't help for shit. And you know, not to mention, when I was working at Popeyes, the girl that I actually really did like and had a crush on and lusted after and was extremely and severely infatuated with, already had a fucking boyfriend. Not to my surprise, because she was beautiful as hell. She was super attractive. Just crazy insane good looking. pretty, sexy, hot, everything. And she did talk to me a little bit, and I talked to her a little bit. So I got to socialize with her, but very briefly, because I mainly had to be working, of course, because that's the main point of even having and working a job, and especially knowing that it's fast food. It's not really like either of us would even have that much time to communicate or with any other workers. And so, I don't know, like, me getting a job isn't gonna somehow make me a social fag. It's not gonna make me an extroverted douchebag. It's not gonna make me an outgoing, social person who just gets along with everyone and it just fits in and feels calm and peaceful and comfortable and normal when I have a job and I'm in the presence of other people. And you know, having a job is honestly intoxicating, and it makes me uncomfortable, stresses me out, makes me feel uneasy and nervous, because not only am I not used to working a job that much, but for years of my life, I've been introverted, I've been reclusive, I've been an outcast, an outsider, a loner, a lone wolf, and so on and so forth. And it's like, yeah, like I would really do well in the workforce. No, I'm not going to do that well. I don't do well in a social environment. I do not. Now, when it comes to talking to guys, that's a piece of cake. I never have a problem or issue with men, because I get men, because I'm a man myself. And making friends with men was never hard or difficult for me to do in my life. Me getting along with men was never hard, never difficult. But trying to communicate or interact with or talk to or socialize with or whatever with attractive women, now that's a whole different story completely. That's a whole different ballpark. And it's just not happening. But I do want a job, though. So you can at least believe that much. Because again, this YouTube channel is not cutting it. And I'm sad that my YouTube channel is not making me the kind of money that I wish that it were. Because, think about it, if I were even at least making minimum wage off of my YouTube channel, I wouldn't even need to work a job. And that would be so convenient and easy for me. And not to mention the fact that I'd be so happy. But no, I'm not. And never will make that much money off of my YouTube channel. As much as I hate to admit it. But, oh well, I guess. I guess I have to work a real job. I guess I have no other choice. But, you know, anyways, that's all I wanted to really say in today's video. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.